What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking about, should you start a mobile welding business in 2022? Is it worth it? Starting any business worth it in 2022? I feel like with the recent times and everything going on, the supply shortages, supply chain issues, food shortages, it seems like everything's shortages. Is it even worth starting a business? Um, Specifically, I'm talking about a mobile welding business, and I think definitely it is because of the fact that we're at kind of a turning point in the country and in the world. I live in the United States, so I think we're at a turning point where we're at right now, and it's a time for entrepreneurship, and it's a time to step out of our comfort zones. And yes, like I always say, keep your full-time job until they lay you off. Um, you know, Working for another company is so, I guess, insecure right now, and nothing's guaranteed anymore. It used to be where you could work at a job your whole career and be well off, retire with a pension and, buy a home by the time you're 30 and raise a family. With the way life is going and the way the country is going, I don't see that as a possibility as much as it used to be. It's still possible, but the possibilities are kind of slimming down, and it's not good to have to depend on an employer to basically, um, you know, form a living wage and form I guess, your only options for, I don't know, for just getting an income. It's becoming more and more difficult to rely on an employer when, just look what happened with the 2020 through 2021. There's a great resignation, and then lots of people quitting. They're looking for better jobs, which I don't blame them. You gotta always improve yourself, look for more jobs, better jobs, and always keep your options open. But I'm gonna keep my full-time job until whatever happens. But it's at least good to have a backup plan, especially nowadays. And being an entrepreneur, you can rely on yourself. It's up to you to get that business. It's not up to anyone else. So starting a mobile welding business is definitely worth it in 2022. It's a skill that's always going to be valuable, even if the apocalypse happens. Working with metal, working with your hands, knowing how to be a carpenter, plumber, pipe fitter, like me, a welder, electrician. I think those skills are always going to be valuable because of the fact that skilled trades are always going to be needed as long as civilization is still around. Even after the collapse, I guess, mechanics, all that kind of stuff is going to be useful, just for so many different reasons. But it's now is the time to get into a side hustle and to really put yourself out there and try difficult things, challenge yourself, and get a secondary income. Part of the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is to spread awareness about this kind of stuff and help people learn about mobile welding and learn from my experiences and my mistakes, but also because it's a secondary income source. If I get monetized ever, it's another way that I can make money. It's important to have multiple streams of revenue nowadays. And so yeah, I mean, you can start mobile welding, save up your money, try to save your money, get out of debt. That's why I don't recommend getting a business loan, because unless you're profitable right away, you're going to be in the hole and in debt. So I would recommend buying everything cash. And if you already have a truck, you can just get started for under $5,000. Like I said before, if you don't have a truck, you can get probably started for 15 grand. And if you don't have those kind of funds, then just work hard, save up. Don't go into debt to buy a truck or welding equipment. Just save up. And so yeah, that's so important, and it's possible. It is possible. I did it. I'm 26 years old, and I worked hard for 7 years to be able to 6-7 years right out of high school to be able to start my own business. But 2022 is the time for entrepreneurship. It's a very good option for just security. And if you can rely on yourself and you can build a business, multiple businesses, multiple income streams, you'll be better off in the long run. So that's my advice. It's definitely worth starting, and you can find customers like crazy because nobody really wants to work and work hard. It's a good field to get into, the trades, because there's many openings, and you'll learn skills that are so valuable that you'll always take them with you. And yeah, so keep on welding, keep on practicing whatever your skills, just keep on grinding. People are going to need these types of trades more and more as time goes on, and a bunch of people retire. There's going to be a lot of openings in the trades. So my recommendation is start it on the side first, and then grow your business, keep your job as supplemental income, develop multiple income streams, and get started. Don't be afraid to take that leap and pull the trigger on a welder generator, on a truck if you have the money. If you have enough savings to make you through hard times, I recommend having 6 months emergency expenses, at least $1,000 in a set-aside fund for, like, if your truck breaks down or you have to get towed. I try to have two to 3,000 just in an emergency fund like that, and then a backup fund for 6 to 8 months of living expenses, because you never know what could happen. I mean, so many jobs are just insecure, and as time goes on, more and more layoffs, as more companies go under, layoffs are just going to be common. And it's sad, but it's reality. So you either got to adapt or you got to fall behind. And I suggest adapting. So learn a new skill, take the plunge, take the leap of faith, pray about it. I'm personally a Christian, so I try to be wise about everything and just pray about my decisions I make before I make them, and just go for it. Don't be scared. With that, I'm out.